Hey everybody, I'm Tony from H4G. Thank you for joining me today. We had a fan comment on one of our Zelda videos asking if we could attempt to try to glitch our way through a wall in an area that supposedly used to be the unicorn fountain. So kind of try to glitch our way to the unicorn fountain, or at least where it was. So we're going to give that a try today. Unfortunately, no one wanted to join me because it's kind of a lot of work with the Gameshark and the glitching and this and that. So it's just going to kind of be like a solo thing. But I've captured everything.
Did you say all the hard parts were over?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm here for you now, buddy.
So here we are, now we're trying to glitch through to see if we can get to the unicorn fountain, which likely doesn't exist. So what's going on here is we need to levitate our way in, at least in this particular scenario.
We?
Yeah,
it
me.
was all
mostly.
you. I'm not going on this wild goose chase.
Yes. Warping your way in, because remember there's a little pathway as a child. You can't do it as an adult because there's ice. Yeah, I kind of chopped this up a little bit because it's kind of, oh yeah, sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes it just straight doesn't work.
Yeah. I honestly don't think there's anything under there.
Well, this took me a lot of time, so you're gonna sit and enjoy.
No, I think we can just cut right now and just say there's nothing under there. Because I don't think there is.
So this cave is where the unicorn fountain quote was supposed to be. So I'm trying to this is gonna be cartridge tilting my way through, which is normally only used to like get through actors.
So it's gonna make them dance like in GoldenEye.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Exactly.
Oh, it exploded.
And it froze. So again, cartridge tilting isn't really meant to get through walls, but I figured I'd try it. The comment we got was, hey, see if you can cartridge tilt through it. So I figured...
Tony, just listen to that cartridge tilting, glitching music to the ears. How long did it take to set that back up again?
Each time I tried to get back into it was about 20 minutes. And
that's time you can never get back. As life slowly escapes your body into the entropy of all death.
Yes. And, I think this is actually a different day.
Oh, and I'm like, there's another 20 minutes.
And
Tony's gonna die before he sees it. Maybe just think about suicide. Oh, what's this?
So this is actually, I popped in the Gameshark. I'm like, let's try a couple different walk through walls codes. So with this walk through wall code, you're supposed to walk through some walls and you're supposed to be able to get through the ice. No problem. So I just kind of like walked on through as if it was water. You can go through the waterfall.
Huh, and then you can get decapitated by a large piece of rock.
That's basically it.
And he's
fall off the base of the planet.
At the fountain. What?
This is the good stuff. This is the good
Face
stuff.
Clam make this video. What the hell happened?
I don't know. The walk through walls just allows you to like walk as if there's a pathway. So this is my final walk through walls code. It made it so Link doesn't really exist. I thought it was kind of cool. It's almost like a POV, but
it didn't show Link there. But I think more importantly, you were actually able to leave Navi behind.
Was I?
Yeah, go back and look at that.
All right, I'm gonna backtrack over to this here.
Like, just gone, and she doesn't follow.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's a better way to play the game.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, you can't see where you are, yeah.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, it's worth...
It's worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so there's another way to actually glitch through the walls in Zorro's domain. It's like a ladder hookshot glitch. What you're supposed to do is connect, disconnect, and do the jumping sword attack through the wall.
Ooh, you almost did it there.
It has to be timed perfectly, and I absolutely and completely suck at it. So I'm going to try a different one. It's called the Acute angle glitch. You have to find an acute angle. This one's the best one to work with, and really work that sweet angle to fall to your death.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's kind of a pain in the butt here. But as you can see here, it takes a long-ass time. Basically, what happened was I glitched through, and then I had to, like, swim and float my way back up. But the problem when you're levitating is you can't switch direction. So you have to let yourself fall, turn, levitate, fall, turn, levitate, swim, fall, turn, levitate, swim.
Turn, turn, kick, turn, 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 kick, turn.
So check this out here. I had glitched through to this weird room. There's no texture. I don't know where I am. I think it's just Zorro's domain with everything stripped out of it.
Well, Tony, I think you got to the existential point of beta questing. I don't know where I am.
Wait a minute, hang on. Also, did you see that half swastika that Nintendo stuck in their game design?
Stealthy. This is like hot coffee 2.0. You know, every time I see the letter L, I'm worried that whoever wrote it might be a Nazi, because that's a quarter of a swastika.
That's definitely true. So I'm trying to figure out like the distance that I have around me here. So clearly I'm in some sort of like boxed in area, but as you can see on the map, I'm close to that pedestal or that like rock formation that has the unicorn fountain, quote unquote, underneath it. Yeah, I mean, it's confusing too, because you're kind of jumping between not being in water and being in water, which is weird. So this is just me kind of poking around, being like, wow, like this is cool. Like I don't really know where I am. Now in a second here, I'm going to show you guys a little glitch that I like to call turning the Shadow Temple into the Sky Temple. Because...
that needs a catchier name.
Yes. Let's think about that for a second.
Don't you work in like SEO and social media?
Yeah, I do work like, in marketing.
Your thing? Is coming up with names that aren't that bad?
Yes. I am tired though. Turning the Shadow to Light Temple, Shadow to Sky. I don't know. Can't think of a better name.
I'll
show it to you here.
I mean, I don't think any extended version of this game is going to end up being like none of it's going to go Blade Runner.
No,
where it is saved in editing years later. It's just going to be the little stuff that would have been like interesting to see, like most other like extended cuts.
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing about the unicorn fountain is that people don't know what they don't know, so they begin to fill in things, right? So I don't know what the unicorn fountain was, so therefore you must have gotten the Triforce there, right? Which of course is absurd.
Yeah, that's not how these games ever work.
Yeah. So I don't know what's in the unicorn fountain, so of course you must have gotten the blade beam there, which is also, it's less absurd. I mean, it could have been possible, but...
I think they probably, if they did the blade beam, it probably would have been in early testing, but I don't think the blade beam would have worked very well for like this third-person view. Yeah. So they probably ditched it because it was probably really hard to aim, or it was overpowered.
And that's a totally fair point.
Combat in this, it worked. It worked as it is. So it's probably why they left it the way it was.
When I go on the stone pillar, the stone shaft, and I'm like standing at the top of it, I'm off in the map. Like I'm slightly off. It looks like on the map that I'm not actually standing on it. It's weird, which made me think at first that maybe this was a different area, but probably not.
Well, to quote Macho Man Randy Savage, and I've been to the top of the mountain.
Huh. So this is what I was talking about before. When you do the levitation glitch, it can strip some assets out. So here is kind of the entrance to the Shadow Temple.
Oh, I see what you're doing. You're gonna fall in from the top. Oh.
It's kind of cool. It looks like it's a Sky Temple.
Oh, because the game didn't... because you didn't walk through the right part. The engine didn't say, hey, I should load those walls. Ah, clever. So the object hiding is still on.
Yeah. So there's another one that you can do if you can't get the hookshot, long shot, ladder glitch correct. If you walk back at just the right angle, you kind of like slip off the ledge and the ladder, and you find yourself behind the wall.
I like how so many glitches in this game are just about that one room. Because they want that fountain.
They want that fountain so bad.
They want it so bad, and I don't think it's there.
I want it bad too, but chances are, if there's anything, there would just be like a place where you can stand, perhaps.
Yeah.
Or like something with collision detection behind this wall. Right. Yeah. So I wasn't expecting Unicorn Fountain. I was just expecting like maybe somewhere where Link could stand, where it'd be like, okay, yes, originally you were supposed to get past this part, but they put a wall here. But as you can see, there's nothing on the other side of the wall. There's just water. That's the entrance right there to the quote, Unicorn Fountain. There is nothing there.
Well, if there are still those invisible walls, someone could potentially go back and actually skin them
Well, that's
in a ROM.
That's
that
very violent. I think you've been watching too much. I think you're like a member of House. What's it, Bolton?
Ramsey's my homeboy.
Ramsey.
He was an up-and-coming, self-motivated go-getter.
Right.
I think they most likely to keep the maps simple and for space of like something loaded at any given time. It probably would have been a different room that loads.
Probably.
So there's probably a transition that would have been there.
It's entirely possible. It's entirely possible.
They were just running out of time, and they were just like, axe that shit, and just, instead of like redoing all that, just like cap it.
Yeah.
Remove the thing that would have transitioned you.
Yeah, they're very brave.
Yes.
Very brave. So watch this here. I'm trying to see, I put on the iron boots just to see if I could land anywhere. I'm trying not to get too close to the entrance, because then I'll just kind of go through the texture. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe there's something up this shaft here. You always got to check the shaft. But there's just...
You know, Tony, with all of your obsession with the shaft here, it's important not to forget the balls.
That's true.
The black abyss.
The black, horrible abyss. I'm not doing a good job. Again, it's kind of tough because you're trying not to get too close to the walls because you'll just go back to the normal game. And when you're floating, you can't turn, right? So it's a combination between swimming, like levitating, and using the iron boots to like fall and reposition yourself. It takes a long ass time, which John should have been here for.
No, it's
you know, Richie said he wouldn't join us either.
We'll see about fixing that.
We'll see about fixing it.
So clearly, like I think with these invisible walls you found, there's probably going to be something there, but it got axed.
Yeah. Well,
it would have been cool if like all the production notes and stuff like that had gotten released at some point for like the stuff that was planned.
Yeah. So here's coming up through right behind the...
Ooh.
Yeah. So again, I'm just kind of back to normal here. Back to the status quo. Back to dealing with the bourgeoisie of the Hyrulean elite.
The Hyrulean bougie people.
The bouge-tasms. And that's it, guys. That's it. So we saw some stuff.
Yeah.
Glitched the game a little bit. Did we find the unicorn fountain? No.
We found something, but there's no telling what it was, because it was a whole bunch of invisible walls and no texture.
Yeah.
And I bet even if you textured them, any objects in that room were probably removed.
Yeah. So we just found some voids, I think.
Yeah. We found table scraps of a meal from 20 years ago.
Yes.
Well, now that you're done with the hard part, I'm outro.
You guys see what he did there, though? Like, it's like an intro. This is an outro, so it's like the end of the video. But it's simultaneously he's leaving without helping me clean any of the lights up. So he's both leaving, which annoys me, but it also has to do with the fact that we just finished the video, which is an intro and an outro. I just want to make sure that was clear to everyone. If you really like this, you want to see more of it, the best way to encourage us to do so is to click that share button. It really screws with YouTube's oppressive algorithm and helps grow our channel when you press it. So go ahead and press that share button and really tell YouTube who's boss. It's you, the viewers, are boss.